Hi everybody, welcome back to Movie Related, and we decided to give some movie a little bit of respect. We're going to review Respect, the Aretha Franklin story. Woo! Like her music. Let's see if we liked her movie.
Go into the cinema and find the ugliest, smelliest, most pathetic stranger I could find. They're going to come in my car and do the review with me.
Hello, YouTube land!
Okay, the life story of Aretha Franklin.
How accurate do you think this was? Like to her actual...
Apparently they glossed over a lot of stuff.
Yeah?
We're just a little late catching up to this one.
But it was viewer request.
Viewer requested.
Yeah.
And thanks for that.
Sarcasm detected.
Sarcasm detected. Beep, 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 beep. Radar, incoming sarcasm.
Yeah. So Paul, why don't you break it down? Give us a little synopsis.
There's a woman named Aretha Franklin. Okay, movie starts off in a Baptist household. Aretha Franklin is a little girl. Father's a minister. There is some insinuation that Aretha is molested. She has her first child at 12, the next one at 15. She grows up. She has limited success. She gets in trouble with some friends for doing cover songs. She's told to do her own material that moves her, and that's the only way she'll find success. She makes her own songs. She goes through some personal hardships like alcoholism, and eventually finds her faith. The end.
And she also gets in a very bad relationship.
Yeah.
I think the bad relationship she's in is with the insinuated molester.
No.
As he's gotten older.
You know, I couldn't tell. Like,
Yeah, I believe it is.
Is that the guy? Like, just he was younger at the time.
Yes.
No.
I don't think so.
It is because the father, when they they were at the party, he said, "Listen, I've been letting you come to my place all these years because you had, friends in common, but I don't want you coming around here anymore." It's the same guy.
I don't think it was.
It is.
I think I'm with Mark.
I'm thinking she did not find this guy really sexy and really attractive, and because she was the one who caught him. He didn't catch her. He caught her eye.
Huh?
I missed that.
He caught her eye. In the first party that you see them, when she first sees him, she's looking at him going, "Ooh, that guy's handsome. I like them."
No. That was a flirtatious playing thing.
You don't flirtatious somebody who molested you as a 4-year-old you don't.
She was groomed.
You don't get fantasies over
No,
that.
that's what I'm thinking.
She was groomed.
I think you guys are wrong.
Okay. Well, we might be.
Yeah.
And either way, horrible relationship.
Yeah, abusive.
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
Pours on the charm and then gets extremely jealous and extremely violent and controlling. But as a movie, while I like her music and everything, I thought some of the music just went on too long. Like, as a child, they show her singing like 3 separate times before she grows up. And then there's a lot of studio stuff and it just seemed to be a lot of music that really wasn't. She was singing songs that didn't become popular in the movie, so it's not her popular hits and everything.
Mind you, they get to that.
They do get to that.
It is a long movie. They have time.
Yes, but you can fall asleep waiting for that part to happen when you're.
What runtime on this one was like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and it felt longer to me because there was no joy in this movie. There was no real happiness much in this movie.
It was a lot of hardships.
Like hardship, like her mother dies. She gets, children. She gets molested. Children at a young age. Her music's not going well. She's fighting with her sister. She's fighting with her father. Her husband's abusing her. Over and over and over. She drug and alcoholic abuse and just spiraling out of...
When I think Aretha Franklin, before I watched this movie, when I thought, Aretha Franklin, I just thought, very successful artist.
Yeah.
Great dancing music. I wasn't thinking, wow, abuse.
But you generally don't do a biopic when everything's coming up aces.
No,
You know?
but
That's why I was
but you
wondering
want
how
aces
accurate.
at some point. You want some humor in a movie at some point.
I was wondering how accurate this movie was.
So Jennifer Hudson was handpicked by Aretha Franklin for this role. Okay, and I've read some reviews, and a lot of people are saying, "Whoa, Jennifer Hudson nails it. She is Aretha Franklin." And other reviews are saying, "Well, she does all right, but she's not Aretha Franklin." And so she didn't really capture who Aretha Franklin was. I don't know. I don't know much about Aretha Franklin other than her hits. What I do know is that pretty much the only part of this movie that I really enjoyed was when she was in the studio and she was coming up with her new tunes.
Right.
And she was actually taking control of her music creation and it was working out.
Yeah.
So I really like that part.
Yeah. I don't think I was in the mood for a long, like very heavy, sad movie. Like struggle movie. I was in the mood for, hey, she's a famous singer. Let's get some of those. Let's get that R-E-S-P-E-C-T going. Right?
I thought this was going to be more of a Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
More of that kind of the Elton John one, Rocket Man. Like I thought it was going to be in that kind of a
An
frame.
inspiring success story kind of thing.
Yeah.
A lot of places where I think this movie went wrong was well, first of all, this dependence on alcoholism and she becoming an over-the-top diva. That went boom,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was no build-up to it.
No,
saying
she's timid in one scene and I'm a diva in the next.
Yeah, so I thought that was jarring, and I'm saying, I just really don't like this person that I'm watching their story.
And at the beginning of the movie, they start off with her mother saying this to her and everything, or I guess saying, "Don't let music is yours. Don't let anyone take that away from you, Aretha." And I'm waiting for that to happen in the movie where she takes control, but she just lets everyone run her life all through the movie until the very end almost.
Well, but that's when she becomes the diva, right?
Yeah, but they start pressing that point. Like right at the beginning of the movie,
Well,
don't let anyone. And I expected her to
They had to because
take control of the
the
music.
mom wasn't
at
going
some
to be
point.
around much longer, so they had to make that.
Yeah,
point.
but then then one of the producers says it as well, and then somebody else says it as well. Like they keep pushing that point, but it took to hey, let's wait till hour 2 until that starts to happen.
Yeah. Can we shorten movies?
Yeah,
Again?
yeah.
Back to 90 minutes was great.
I think this would have been a much more enjoyable movie if they ended it in a different way. Currently, they have her saying, "Okay, I'm a alcoholic mess. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sing Amazing Grace at my church. It's gonna become my best-selling album of all time." And they end it there. Very inspirational. Although that rendition that I heard, oh my God, how many times can you sing the same line before going over to the next line? It was, for me, not for me. Okay.
Yeah.
But instead of ending it there, oh, she found her faith. Why not end it at the big Barack Obama stage performance that they had
Yeah.
that clip at the
Yeah,
end?
a big concert.
She started
Like
from a
they
little
did
girl.
in Bohemian Rhapsody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like do something that ends it on a big up note.
Yeah, I started here, went through all this, and this is where I finished.
Yeah. Now I'm singing for the president.
Instead, I ended up in my church.
Yeah.
Back where I started from, where all the abuse started. Basically, right? All right, obviously we're not big fans of the movie, but what would you give it?
I like, no insult intended, but as a movie itself, the creation
That's all
of the movie...
we're not reviewing Aretha Franklin. We're
Yeah,
reviewing
but
a movie.
a lot of people might say, "Oh yeah, but I love Aretha Franklin. How could you be so negative?" Well, the movie. I think
Yes.
had the movie been configured differently, it would have been better. I give this one a 6.
I was thinking a 6 too. As far and I'm comparing it to, like I said, the other biopics that I've seen recently.
Yeah, I'm a 5.5, 6. If you're in the mood for a real deep kind of you're into all this problems movie with no real upbeat, then this might be for you. But I need at least a couple upbeats to even out some of the heavy topics they talked about.
A lot of
Whether they're true or not, she still had some good points in her life. At some point, she had a high.
a lot of the stuff that they talked about in the movie itself it was a lot of social commentary that, I mean, would reflect, it would be relevant even in today's climate.
But you know what? I think even the movie got that wrong, because they said, oh, everything is segregation and whites against blacks and stuff like that, and blacks are trying to come out doing their protests and stuff like that. But her band, where she started finding all her success, was a white band. She meshed with them really well. Mm-hmm. The only racist that I could see in the movie was her father and her husband. None of the white people did anything that made me think
in the
racism.
movie, yeah.
So okay, if you're going to show us that she went through a whole big racist event in her life and she was a fighter, maybe you should have shown us a little of that.
See, I think they tried to do that when the guy showed up in the hotel room and her husband and him started fighting. But it was the husband that was the jerk.
Yeah.
In that story. Anyway, long story short, it was movie as far as a movie is concerned. I'm glad I didn't pay for this in the theater. I would not have liked that, I don't think. And I love musicals. So
thank you, COVID.
This should have been up there in my list because I like Aretha Franklin and I like musicals. So take that with a grain of salt and let us know. Did you see this movie? I know it's 3 years late. But we got to it eventually. There's a list. There's a list of movies. We got a list.
Just backdate the year on the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah. So the week after this, Star Wars came out. So we'll have a review for that next. All right. Well, let us know if you saw this movie, what you think. And you know what? Let us know what your favorite biopic movie is. Because there's a lot of good ones. I liked Bohemian Rhapsody, even though most of the stuff in that movie never happened.
Or didn't happen in that order.
It didn't happen in that order, or even close to that order. Let us know in the comments down below. Until next time, we'll see you on the channel.